Hello YouTube viewers, got a new project I want to introduce you to. I've been out of the full-size Jeep world for about 10 years and wanted to get a pickup and get back into it. Finally found one that was in decent shape for the Northeast, so I'm going to introduce you to this beautiful 1987 Jeep J-20. Over the next few months, I imagine it's going to take at least, I'm going to look over the truck, get it back into operational service. It's been a plow truck for about the last 15 years, so it hasn't seen the road. Then I'm going to make it into just a nice classic truck for driving around. There's a bunch of things that are wrong with it to start, but I'll fix those up, do some basic maintenance, and take you along for the ride. So let me take you on a walk around, show you what is good on this truck, what isn't so good, and list a few of the projects that are going to occupy me for the next few months. First thing you see, this was a plow truck. I got the plow out of the bed, and now I got to take care of the plow mount on the front. Since this truck is not going to be used for plowing, I have to unbolt and disconnect all the wiring of this plow mount and set it aside. There's a few things around the outside that need attention. You can see there's a marker light missing. This is not a good way to indicate which way you're turning, though here in Rhode Island it'd be tons better than what most people do. The body is amazingly rust-free. This fender is the one exception. It's starting to rust through, but the seller included a replacement fender for it. But what really drew me to this truck is the body. If you look around the windows, places where frequently rust will start and creep, there is none. This has been inside, protected from the elements when it wasn't out plowing, so that even these corners down here, which tend to just be completely rotted out in the Northeast, have a little bit of surface rust, but the rockers are solid. Even the bedside has a bit of treated rust, but this normally is just a strip rotted through. Not so on this truck. So it provided a strong starting point for a restoration project, make into a just nice antique truck for driving around. It's also complete. The bed is rust-free, no rot through there. The door jambs are rust-free, with just a little bit of surface rust in particular corners. The interior is dirty, but complete. Even the upholstery is not rotted through. Carpet's good, the steering wheel's good, the glass is good. But being used for a plow truck, a lot of things have been hacked. So the power steering works, but no power windows, no power door locks, a speaker with a wire sticking out of it for some reason. I don't know why that's happening. But that's what I'm going to have to go through, see what they did to modify this truck, see what adjustments. I got a plow truck switch, I guess turns it into a plow truck. I got a switch over here. I was told that turns on the blower motor. I don't know why the original controls are not working, but that's one great thing I'll get the chance to figure out. It has 836,000 miles. I am going to need to replace the door pull on the passenger side door. I have the part, I just need to get the attachment screws and screw them into the backing plate. Dashboard's in decent enough shape. The pad is a little warped and cracked on the very edges, but it'll serve just fine. No rust in the door pillars. No leaks around the door pillars. That's very nice. Not so nice, that headliner. That'll be a project in itself. All of it's tacked up there with screws apparently, and staples and mold. So that's coming out. That'll be redone. I redid the headliner in my Wagoneer. This will be a lot easier than that. Looking at the rest of the dashboard, this is going to be fun to replace. When Jeep revised the dashboard for the '86 Jeep Grand Wagoneer, it also revised the dashboard for the pickups. The Wagoneers integrated the AC controls into the dashboard controls, but if your pickup truck did not come with AC, you have some very exclusive, very unique heater controls lacking the AC position. That's going to be fun trying to find a replacement for if I need to repair that. If that's the reason that there's a switch down here to turn on and off the heater. Oh, that's good. It's always on. The vent control, I was told this is now the choke. So, got to figure out why they went to a manual choke and abandoned the automatic choke that came on this truck originally. There was a switch here. There isn't anymore. Is this a vent switch? I do not know. We'll see what that one. It's not a switch for anything. Does this work? We'll find out. Anyway, I'll get to take you along. There is no indicator indicating which gear I'm in. Have to find a replacement one for that. And out in the back, like I said, this bed is solid. It's not rusted out. The tailgate. Number 1 plus, it has one. Number 2 plus, it works. And number 3 plus, it isn't rusted out. That's an amazing thing. I might have to keep that under lock and key. I can't say such positive things for the rear bumper. That's been beat up and bashed in, and I don't think it matches this truck to begin with. It's not exactly centered. I'll be looking for a step bumper for this kind of truck. Also underneath, various things hanging down. The tire carrier's there, but there's no tow hitch. I'd like to do some towing possibly with this truck, so I'm going to have to find myself a tow hitch. Also, I've got cracked tail light lens. They're available new. Maybe I can find one used. But overall, this is a straight, and for New England, rather rust-free truck. The chassis is good because it's been coated with oil from everything that's leaked. The tires are actually good. I imagine they haven't seen anything more than plow duty. They'll stay on for now, though I probably will paint those wheels white rather than silver, give it a classic look. Love to get some old-style Jeep moon caps for it. Well, that's it. I'll be doing these projects. Oh, let me show you under the hood. Under the hood, I have a running intact AMC 360 with a factory 2-barrel carburetor and misrouted wires and hoses. Plenty of rust on the valve cover and the exhaust system, but it runs. A lot of extra wiring for the snowplow setup. I'll have to go through this, change all the fluids, change all the filters, change all the hoses, route them correctly, make sure the choke is hooked up properly, get rid of that nest or whatever is living on my intake manifold, cure a coolant leak that seems to be coming from the thermostat housing, replace the hoses for that thermostat housing and the thermostat itself. What else is it going to take to get this going? Well, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll take you along. A lot of it's simple. A lot of it's undoing what's already been done.